Hi Gemini, this is a reading for you for September. It's a general reading. So the first card is the past position. It's the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Present position is the World card and the Nine of Wands. What's hidden is Knight of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. The obstacle is the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords. The guidance card is the Ten of Wands and the Two of Swords. The potential outcome is the Devil card and the Star. Underneath the deck, the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Swords. So I'm going to draw an overarching energy card, and that is the Eight of Pentacles. So that's a Virgo card. So we're in Virgo season. And your ruler is Mercury, and Virgo's ruler is Mercury. So there might be, a bit of a similar vibe, or you might resonate with this card. This is Sun in Virgo. You may have placements in Virgo or not. Might just be the meaning of the card, which is, keeping on, keeping on. There's a sense of diligence there. So the past position. This is, in some ways, have you had some notification or communication about a need for self-care, perhaps some sort of health issue? Could be mental health issue or something related to the emotions. The present position with the World card, I get the sense of wanting to step out, wanting to step into another arena, or, out of this kind of protected, keeping on environment. It's kind of enclosed in these, almost an offense of wands. This is, I think this is Moon in Sagittarius, so it's kind of like, where am I going? There's an uncertainty about the completion point, but at the same time, you've got the World card. So this is your present position. I feel there's a need to let go of some sort of defensiveness, or a sense of not having done enough or properly completed something. Sometimes you don't have to, actually feel a sense of completion for something to have completed. You might be holding on to something in a way. What's hidden? I mean, this is a fire sign. This is enthusiasm, and this is happiness. This is completion. This is a sense of fulfillment. So that might be coming up for you. I feel there's been a bit of a trying time for you, perhaps mentally as well. The obstacle cards here, I feel, are about perception. it really feels like, coming back to this World card, that there has been a a chapter, a significant part of your life has been, for some reason I'm getting the word vacuum, like a vacuum cleaner. Perhaps you may have felt like you were in a vacuum. I've never had that before, vacuum cleaner. I mean, a vacuum can be a sense of being drawn in, and being enclosed, being almost suffocated in a way. But I really feel that with these cards, I mean, this card here is saying that, you really want to get or feel and be free. Is this partially a mindset? It could be your situation. It could be a suffocating situation, but is it partly a mindset? The obstacle is with this King of Swords. This king, he has mastery over his mental processes. And that might be something that you're working on. It doesn't mean that you're going to get that immediately. You're going to have control over your mind, control over what you focus on, because, the mind is largely about focus, bringing it back to focus. And the Knight of Pentacles has the ability to focus, slow and steady, patient, determined to get where he needs to go, but is in no rush to do it. So the obstacle might be for you in learning that change or improvement, it doesn't come, at the flick of a switch. The guidance cards here this is kind of self-defeating sort of energy. The need to release is what I'm getting here. Release of some sort of work you do, some sort of action, some sort of striving, trying, but not really seeing your way forward. The need to make decisions. This could be a decision that you need to make. And I don't know what that's about, but it feels like with this reading, it is in part way about realizing that whatever this situation is about, that you need to find an easier way forward, that you need to understand whatever changes that are required within you are going to take time, and perhaps you can park that in a way, realizing that, yeah, I might need to work on this, this, and this, but in the meantime, I can still start that new chapter. I don't have to sort everything out. I mean, life is about being in the moment. Yes, it's good to compartmentalize sometimes. You may need to, but there might be too much compartmentalization going on here. And what is needed is a sense of freedom for you. The potential is a release. The Devil card is about being bound, being fearful, being controlled. And the guidance here is to release that. This guy is overburdened with activity. He's not seeing the way forward. He certainly needs to release that in some way. This one here is the same. Can't see the way forward, is blindfolded, can't make a decision, needs to release it. And as I say, sometimes it's about not solving your issues, but knowing that you can move forward, function and grow regardless of what's going on in the background. And the potential is for freedom here, and you've got some healing here. So yeah, by all means work on, I don't like the word work really, because healing happens anyway. Healing happens with time, and healing happens when you're not trying quite often. But there is the potential for healing for you in September, and I really love this card for you. And I actually like this overarching energy card too, because that's I feel the message for you. Step out to a new beginning. And I don't see this as working on yourself, because I don't think that you need to work on yourself as such, Gemini. Everybody does, but you know more than anyone else. And perhaps you feel in some way that you do need to continue to work on yourself. Perhaps because your mind is always constantly active. This could be working on something different. You know, it could be a very, this is a Virgo card, as I said, so it's a very practical sign. It's a very practical energy. Perhaps do something with your hands even. Get out of your head and into the practical world. Get out of your head and into your body. You know, she's showing your body, and this is a practical action. I think it's going to be a good month for you, Gemini, if you let that happen. Cheers.